So I'm here with Chief Hewitt, Chief of the Park City Fire District, and Chief, we had a great session today with your leaders. And I was really interested about your ideas on being present with your people. When you came here, you had 90 people's names to get to know and to know. How did you do all that?
I had it took me a couple of months to get here. I was a chief in Arizona. So before I showed up, I asked for the pictures. We have calendars with our photos on them and pictures. I asked them to send them to me. And I made a deck of cards with all of their names, and I had their names. Any one of them will tell you that the day I arrived here, I knew every single one of their names. I knew some detail about them personally. So the first person I met was at Home Depot. He had no idea who I was. I hadn't taken over the district yet, and I knew exactly who the person was. I knew his name, I knew a little bit about him, and I didn't introduce myself at that time, but and then the second time I met somebody at a restaurant. There was an entire crew sitting there, and I approached the crew, and I said, I was dressed in a pair of shorts and a tank top because I was moving, and I addressed the entire crew, and I said, hey, and I started spelling them out, and they looked at us, and after I got to about the fourth member and knew a little bit about him and his name, they said, uh-oh, you're the chief, aren't you? And I said, yeah.
So how do you stay present with them every day? What do you find works best to show that you do care as a leader?
I have direct reports, and I have those that I work with very closely. We have captains in every station, but for example, I'll go from here to hang out with my training chief. We spend a lot of time together. My training chief and I do. We're going to go do our performance abilities test. I take part in it. So he and I are going to go put on all of our garb, and we're going to go. Today starts the training. Every year, we just finished climbing stairs at the Utah Olympic Park. We did it 4 days a week for 3 or 4 months. We meet out there and we climb until we about pass out. Spending a lot of time with Pete, spending a lot of time with Ashley, our administrative captain, soon to be a chief. We'll spend time, I have fight nights at my house. I'll invite everybody over to the garage parties where we have fight nights. So it's not just all about work. Years now, and it's, I don't think I'll ever be able to shed it. And I've told people I'll retire when I'm 65, but I'm 57 this year. I don't know that I'll ever retire. It's just part of me now.
Love that. Some great ideas from Chief Hewitt. And the thing about fight night is we don't talk about fight night, right? So.